and I have to say most, if not all, are losing this battle. They're very smart, and they have most, if not everything, covered, which causes it to be nearly impossible to win against them unless you know the rules of the game of Monopoly. It all starts with understanding the problem that we're all up against. And it's been very deliberately structured through the registration of the birth certificate. And you'll notice that I say the birth certificate, not your birth certificate, because it isn't yours. And they've registered the placenta as the certified entry. Probate law is for decedent estates, and a decedent estate has to have an executor. Everything on the Monopoly board is owned by the Crown because it's all registered to the Crown. The property has been registered to the Crown, and they hold what's known as the legal title, and they give you back the equitable title, which means that you can use the property. Also, you can use the car, but the car does not belong to you because it's registered to the Crown. If you think that you have a bank account in the name of the body corporate, no, you don't. That bank account registered to the Crown. An investment account, a pension account, even a company is registered to the Crown. If you think of a limited company or an LLC or any kind of corporate entity, they're all registered to the Crown. You get to use them, but you don't own them. They're all owned by the Crown. So if you start to look at this Monopoly board as the biggest element of the control grid, everything on that board is owned and registered to the Crown. They control it. It's their game. And if you want to play the game of Monopoly, you're doing it as a living man, woman, and you're moving the piece, i.e. the body corporate, around the Monopoly board, but you're always doing it in fraud because you keep saying that you are body corporate. It's deliberate. So they've given everybody the illusion of affluence, the illusion of freedom. When Klaus Schwab says you'll own nothing and be happy, therefore you can't get a liability order, and we're going to fight it all the way. And guess what happens? Nobody wins. Why? Because all the way through that journey, all the way through that correspondence, all the way through that battle, they've already got themselves lost. So it doesn't matter that the Crown send, letters to the name on the birth certificate. It doesn't matter that there's no legitimate court. It doesn't matter about any of those things because fraud eviscerates everything. And if you're operating as the agent for the body corporate in fraud, you've got no standing in the law. And standing in the law is the most important aspect of winning anything.